We're good. We're going.
Yeah.
Okay, Talking Guys 63. Uh, this is the one where I wear the cheap headphones. 'Cause I forgot mine, so this will go down as that
Wow.
episode. Yeah.
At least he
Also,
remembered his microphone.
this is part of the shirt, by the way. It is not stained.
He,
So
he had a nosebleed right before we started.
I
So
did. It bled all
Too
over my
much
shirt.
of that one stuff. The white girl. You gotta calm down, brother.
angel
Huh?
dust stuff.
Huh?
What?
What?
But no,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I heard that some people that do a lot of cocaine, their nose bleeds a lot. Right? That's a thing, isn't it?
You know what also makes
Because it
your
dries their
nose
nose
bleed?
out, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Isn't that how that
I've
works?
that is the only drug I've never had.
Accutane makes your nose bleed. That was that was the most nosebleeds I've ever had in my entire life. 3 months.
Is it a
Fucking
pain medication?
no, it's for acne. I mean it works, but it's rough.
Yeah.
And it
That's
dries you out so bad, right? That your nose, like, you just get constant nosebleeds, especially in like month 2 and 3. So, like, the longer you're on it, the worse it gets.
that makes sense if it's drying you out. I guess.
Um, but it's
Yeah.
actually,
Oh my
uh,
god. And then there were two.
but it's
Anyway.
actually one of those things where, yeah, like, dude, if girls get on it, they have to be on 2 forms of birth control and take a blood test every month. Like, it's some hardcore stuff.
Um I would
Uh,
just
and they're
wash
like,
my face.
you can't have babies.
No
Obviously, because
babies.
they could end up being deformed
Or have
and like
acne.
little monsters and stuff.
There's a lot of things you can't take
Um,
when you're
Oh god, he's still here.
pregnant, right?
but it also has a chance of giving you IBS or irritable bowel syndrome, which weirdly enough, we did have a article about a lady that she got fired for having bowel problems.
You worked at Amazon, right?
Mhm. But I was reading the article, right? And right before the podcast because I hadn't read this one until Will told me to. And I honestly don't even feel like I don't even
Well,
feel like
she's suing
yeah,
Amazon
I don't
because she
feel
was
like
terminated.
Amazon did anything wrong.
Well, in the article it states that she was employed July of 2020, and at the time she had notified her employer that she had IBS, so she would have to take frequent bathroom breaks, up to 6 times a
No,
day.
no, listen. She started in July 2020. She didn't tell her manager
It was
until
November, right?
November that
That's what
she
it was.
had
Yep.
IBS and
And
needed to
so,
use the bathroom up to 6 times a day. The
yeah,
manager, being fair, said, "Okay, cool. Get a doctor's note." It appeared from the filing that she didn't get a doctor's note. And so, literally, I mean, I feel like this is pretty generous of them. Almost 2 months later, so all of November, December, into January, now she's getting written up and has to get a doctor's note within 5 days. And so then she's voicing a complaint saying that she couldn't get a doctor's appointment
the
until
six
6
days,
days later and she got fired over it.
even though she had how many months to get one
So that's a little
prior.
bit dicey, but yeah,
I
you
do
had
not feel
6
like she's
months
going
to
to
get
win
it.
this lawsuit.
Yeah, she had 6 months to get it. What was stopping her from getting it when they told her? And I'm sure there's not just one time that they told her.
Yeah,
This was probably
and
an ongoing issue.
if I'm not mistaken, was it $50,000 is what she was suing for? And on top of that, the lawyer that was representing her had mentioned that she also wants to get $1,700 on top of that because it's like her wages for the month or whatever it would have been 2 months.
I mean, at
I
least
mean, it
she's not
sounded to me
asking
like
for
she needed a
anything.
new job anyways, if that's what she's getting after 2 months.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
she needs
Yeah.
to. If you have that, you need to work from home. I mean, there
But
are
it's
a lot of.
actually funny because I had a worker at one point underneath me that tried to pull the same thing as this, a little bit different, but she basically went and slept in the back for like 3 hours and didn't do anything, and then allowed her her person, because this was the manager. This wasn't just anybody. This was the manager, and then allowed her other employee sit up front and play on her phone for 3 hours. And her excuse was she had diabetes and
IBS.
it gave her weird it made her blood pressure low or high. I can't remember what it does. And so it made her faint headed and she had to like sit down, but she wasn't actually sleeping. Okay, cool. So I was
Yeah.
like, all right, bet. Just get that sounds like plausible. Just go get yourself a doctor's note and I can get you in contact with benefits and obviously they can let you sleep for 2 hours every other shift, or if you right. No. I was like, okay, at least maybe they can do something for you, or like if you have to go sit down for 15 minutes, blah blah blah, to like gather your composure.
Hey,
Awesome.
if there's a disease that lets you get paid to sleep on the job, I have that disease. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is yet, but I'm
I
pretty sure
contracted
I
it
have.
yesterday.
Yeah, I got it. Go ahead. Pay
Point
me.
being, no doctor's note ever was
Yeah.
forthcoming after that. But in the official documentation, she did say that she had diabetes, even though she never proved that she had diabetes or that she needed any sort of special treatment. So I said, I guess it must not be that important. So I
Yeah.
feel like if you were gonna feel lightheaded all the time and you needed help with that, you might like want to like take that serious.
Not only
So
that,
maybe
but
I'm a little bit biased in this one.
as I say, not only that, but the obviously with COVID and technology playing a big part in today's society, you can do a lot of the doctor's visits and get doctor's notes through your phone.
Exactly.
What they call them, teledocs, right?
Or do the initial appointment, and then
Wait,
if they
what?
need to see you in person, you can
Yeah, I
go
mean
up
it's
there
it's
and
not
see them
hard to
in
get a
person
doctor's note. You don't
afterwards.
have to
Yeah.
actually go to an office to get it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't accept one on the phone.
No.
How could you prove that they were on the phone?
No, I mean they would. You don't show them your phone, right? So you use your phone as a means of communication with your doctor. That
No, but
doctor
you can
then,
just go print it out.
yeah, that doctor then sends official documentation to your probably email,
Yep.
and that's what you then provide.
Yeah, that would work.
I mean, my psychiatrist, that's how it works with me. I talk to her over the phone for like 15, 20 minutes. Or not over the phone. It's over like Zoom, but it's her Zoom. It's not a Zoom as in like the actual app, but it's the same thing as Zoom. And it goes through her like she has an entire website set up. This lady's pretty fancy. Anyways, and that's how she does it. And I'll probably never see her in person, to be honest with you. Because it's
Yeah.
so
Because face to
convenient.
face interactions are stupid.
Because it's so convenient that it's honestly like it's changed my life. This is one good thing of COVID. It's shown that you really don't need to go to the doctor for like I would say 90% of the things that are causing you problems.
Well, isn't that also how you get your weed, Pat? Is through a teledoc?
Yeah,
I use
exactly.
Lyft.
Okay, that's a little bit on the riskier side, but
Hey,
Well, one time I took a Uber, because mine's through Uber. It's actually better than Lyft. And
Uber gets you places. Lyft gets you places.
my
Get what
boy
I
that
mean.
was an Uber driver, we got onto that topic, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, anytime you want, I'll drop it off while I'm doing my driving." Said, "Bet." So he just lets me know when he's in the area. He swings by, drops me off like a pound every time, and then dips out.
So he comes by every other day or so, right? 'Cause
Yeah, and I
about the
give him
time
like
to get into a
really?
pound.
I give him like whatever, a lot of money. I don't want to say the exact amount because then you might think I'm getting too good of a deal and get jealous. But it's good.
Pat, a pound, really a pound.
Yeah, it's in a block and everything, saran wrapped.
Oh, okay.
And then they
Because
put it
that
in
is how that is weed's natural growth is in a
and then
square.
they put it in a
Ziploc
they
bag.
put it in a smell-proof bag. And so the people that are riding in the car don't even realize it's there.
So they use as one of those Glad trash
And
bags
then
as like
obviously,
the
if he
scent.
gets pulled over by anybody, I mean, honestly, it's kind of smart. He gets pulled over by the cops. He's like, I'm just an Uber driver. That's why I'm driving in this neighborhood. They're like, all right, bet.
That's a strong alibi.
I just dropped somebody off. Now I was on my way out. I'm trying to get another ride. You see, I'm clocked in, and they're like, all right, man, just drive careful, okay? I guess we'll just let you go with a warning because we don't want you to lose your job, sir. That's how they are. Cops leave Uber drivers alone.
Yeah.
For the most part, I actually feel like they did. I didn't really ever get bugged by anybody with ever doing that.
But delivering weed.
Nah, that was like a side hustle.
Mm.
In reality, that was my true story. That's what I did. And that's why I'm so rich and successful now. Yep.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier with the associate that was taking naps. Back when I worked retail, we had an associate that had fallen asleep because we had overnight shifts at the time, and he fell asleep driving a forklift. So they demoted him and put him outside to push carts. Yeah,
Nice.
instead of firing him, apparently it was not a fireable offense. Falling asleep operating heavy machinery, you get demoted, and you just gotta push carts, I guess. So terrible worker all around, obviously. From falling asleep, not paying attention while you're operating a forklift. But yeah, not great in carts either. Just he would disappear for hours on end. No one could ever find him. Turns out he was sleeping in his car. He'd go get high and then sleep in his car. And one day he had the bright idea of parking his car in front of one of the areas that's heavily cameraed. So at that point, it was really easy to determine.
What an idiot. Like, how
Yep.
do you think you're going to get rid?
Yeah, you gotta love
And
these
the thing is,
geniuses.
every time, so his dad was one of the like a co-president of the company. So not like super high up there, but above like a store level.
Mm-hmm.
And so anytime something would happen, he gets written up for something. All of a sudden, his credit or his history just gets wiped. No idea why. So he never had a record of coachings or write-ups.
Jeez.
And eventually, he was on camera, on asleep in his car. So that at that point, it was like, okay, there's nothing you can do except fire him.
Yeah.
You could erase the camera footage.
Well, it seems like eventually it worked out. You guys just didn't have a cart person for a while.
Yeah.
So that sucks. Have you guys ever seen the cart narcs?
I have, yes.
Oh, dude, that reminded me of that. It is so funny. I highly recommend that you get on Facebook, is where I saw them, but I'm sure they're probably
They're
on
on YouTube.
YouTube,
Yeah.
etc. It's called the Cart Narcs, and basically it's these guys that go around, or this guy, really, it's just one, and he goes around to grocery stores, supermarkets, anywhere really that has carts, and he pulls it up, and he has a little baton that he runs like the little yellow ones that you would like wave the planes, or like orange yellow ones that you would wave to planes and like direct them with. And then he like runs up to people and he's like, hey, sir, I'm with the cart narcs. I'm just letting you know that you did indeed not put your cart up, and I'm here to make sure you do. And he's like super polite, and they get so mad.
I'm surprised he hasn't been shot.
I swear to God, he's had a guy pull a gun on him and cock it, but there was no bullets in it. But he still ran.
How does he know there was no bullets in it then?
Because,
Mm.
well, I guess you're right.
When he didn't. Hey, could you show me if there are bullets in that before I run, real quick? Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyways, the guy was like, "I'm gonna shoot you," and he had another guy that was like, "I'm gonna shoot you. I'm going back to my car. I'm gonna get my gun. I'm gonna shoot you." And he's like, I am. I have some health issues, and that's why I can't. So he chases him halfway around the parking lot, and then he's finally like, I'm just going back to my car and getting. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you. And so then after all this running and stuff, he still couldn't take the cart back, but he could go back to his car and continue to follow him and threaten him. And then there was another guy that got so mad that he went in and got the managers and brought them out to tell the guy that he couldn't tell him to put his card away. Oh, it's priceless. There's so many videos.
The amount
You
of effort
have to
that
go check
the
them
amount
out.
of effort they put in but won't put in away their card is just like,
Oh, yeah.
it's so dumb. Like that's
There
one
was
of
a
the
lady-
things that really bothers me. Like it takes 2 seconds to do. Like especially if you're a smart person like myself and you just park near it. So guess what? You don't have to walk any farther.
Well, self-proclaimed smart
Oh,
person.
And
I took
forgot-
a test the other day designed by myself for myself, and
Mhm.
I aced it. So
Yeah.
You got like an 80%, right?
60.
That's passing
more than
somewhere.
yeah. That's
He also has a magnetic bumper sticker that has a support hotline number on it to call him basically. And he, like if they try and drive away, he'll just like
Oh,
walk
you're
up
back to
and
that.
slap it on their car.
You were talking about.
yeah, me
Seth.
too. I'm like, I don't know where he's going with this.
Support for
I'm
what?
gonna try and play along, but I am so fucking lost right now.
And that gets people really riled up too because they're like, "Don't touch my car! Don't you dare touch my car!" And then they just like go off.
If you place
Oh,
the
man.
magnetic sticker just right, you don't have to touch the car at all. Just you only touch the
But
magnet.
he films it
Boom.
all, and then some people
Boom.
figure out that he's filming them, and they get really mad about that too because they're like, "Don't film me!" And it's so funny. But he doesn't cuss at him. He doesn't say anything vulgar, inappropriate. He's like incredibly nice the entire time. Like it's annoying how nice he is, right? Like that's what gets people so mad because he's just like so annoying. And he'll be like, "Oh, you're just a..." Well, that's not true. He does say, "Oh, you're just... yeah, you have lazy bonitis, don't you?" And they get real mad about that too. But other than that, he doesn't use any cuss words, nothing. So like cops will get called on him, all sorts of stuff, and he doesn't actually get in trouble.
Well, there's a
Um,
guy that actually goes around, also videotapes with customers. He has a guy following with a video. I'm assuming probably a phone, I guess, at this point. And he'll go to people that are shopping with their back turned to him, and he gets right behind them, like right here, and he moans in their ear.
Hell
And
no.
then you watch the reaction of the guys that freak out, and they get really pissed off at him. It's pretty funny.
Nah, I think that's, going too far because it's
why?
like you're really just getting into the space of somebody that
If
that's
you don't,
kinda,
if
like,
you're not touching them,
inappropriate
you're
and
not
rude.
touching them.
Yeah, you're not touching him.
Yeah, but Cart Narcsy's doing good work. That's just being annoying, okay, for no reason.
He's also
Well,
doing
okay.
good work.
He's protecting our neighborhoods from people that don't want to put their carts up, and then somebody could run into the cart, it could drive away, hit a car, they'll leave it in the freaking handicap spot. Then somebody who's handicapped and actually needs to be able to get out of their car can't because there's a cart in the way. I mean, it's like he's doing good work.
Yeah, but so is the
I don't
person
know,
who's
have you
moaning.
seen a lot of the
person who's
handicapped
moaning
cars?
is doing good work too because he's teaching people to pay attention to their surroundings. So later on in life might save their life.
I don't know Pat, if
So-
you've seen a lot of the cars have got the handicap on the license plate there. The cars are usually kind of beat up anyways because they have a tendency to run into things.
Wow.
So
That's so not true. And to be honest with you, I feel like half the time I see somebody with a handicap sticker, they are like perfectly fine. And I'm like,
you've not been to my old
how-
store then, right?
how do they have handicaps?
Because we have handicaps right all by the front end of the entrance, and right in front of the entrance, there's like a half circle of concrete, and it's like the entranceway, and you've got the barriers, the yellow barriers to prevent vehicles from plowing into the store.
How dare they
I have-
plow into the store? Uh-huh.
I cannot tell you the amount of handicap cars I have seen knock over these concrete barriers with their cars trying to back out of this parking spots. Happens all the time.
How?
I
They
mean,
just- they
outside
don't
our
see 'em?
stores, we have poles blocking people from hitting the building, and I see people hit those all the time.
Yeah.
Pull right in.
And they hit them and then they just drive off like it's no big deal.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Hit
No
them.
facts.
The deed is done.
I guess. I don't know. I'd be kind of pissed.
I'm always
If,
pissed.
uh,
That's my.
That's your
Sometimes,
secret.
sometimes I'll pull my truck all the way up to the little poles and like love tap them, just like barely.
He
tap 'em.
also like tries to park on the curb every time he parks his truck. He's like,
Well, it's because
I
he
get,
doesn't have a whole lot of room, right? I see that a
yeah,
lot whenever
exactly.
a lifted truck is trying to make like a really
Yep.
sharp turn into a parking spot. They have a tendency to just kind of run over the curb.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, listen, I'm a truck driver. I own the world. Everybody else bows to me. So,
Yep. That's
Well, you know who?
yep.
I'm also that guy that will pull way out into the very back of a parking lot and park in like 4 spots, and I just don't care. Like,
Nice.
don't park next to me.
At
You're
least
gonna
you're not
scratch
parking
my
up front.
vehicle up.
At least you're not parking up front. And
I like
Oh
to
yeah,
park.
no,
I
no,
like
no,
to
no, no.
park on the
I don't do
sidewalk right
that.
by the door. Yeah,
No, I don't do that.
I do.
But no, the reason I do park in the very back, and I usually don't take 4 parking spots. I don't think I've done that one like one time, and not in my truck. It was actually in a car, oddly enough.
I can
Technically,
honestly
if you
say
park it the right way, you could take 6 spots up, but like, I'm not trying to get in too much trouble. So
yeah, I've
4 is
never done
enough for
that.
me.
If you park like that, I would definitely be one of those people blocking you into that spot.
Well, the people that park their vehicles like that because they don't want them getting scratched and stuff, that's just like an open invitation to, hey, come key my car because I park like,
But I
brick.
do park way in the back because generally people don't park over there because they're too lazy to walk. And so you'll usually get privacy and people won't park next to you, so it kind of takes away that like chance of somebody running into your car and hitting you with their door and then just leaving. So that's why I do it. I've done it for a long time with any of the vehicles I
Well, an
drive.
oversized truck actually had hit my car door a couple weeks
Yep.
ago after work. Met my girlfriend and some of her friends over at a restaurant called Pluckers. For those unaware, it's a wing based chain. I don't know if it's universal in the U.S. At least down here in Texas, they've got a couple of them. I know both of y'all have
So
been to them.
I do have a question about it though,
Happened.
real quick
Yes.
before we continue. So because its name is Pluckers, do they actually like pluck the chickens for you live before they make the wings, or is it like,
Unfortunately, no, I don't think
man,
so.
that would have been cool.
Yeah. So it's a
Anyways, continue.
it's a Saturday night, and in the location of this restaurant, Saturdays, Friday nights, Saturday nights, and Sunday nights, the entire area, because it's part of what they call the Highlands. So there's a lot of restaurants, and they're pretty pretty popular during the weekend. And it's one of those places where you have to get on the waiting list early if you want to eat by
3 weeks in advance.
9:30, 10 is usually the wait's a couple hours. So
What?
I get into a yeah, dude. Ever since COVID, Pluckers, the wait time for that restaurant is
Insane.
it's ridiculous. You get
I'm sorry, I would never go there anymore. Like, it can't be that good. It's just not worth it. 3-hour wait time.
well
You're out
well,
of your good.
you put your
Be in
reservation in.
line.
So if you want to eat at like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, you put your reservation at like 5, 6, and it gives you an estimated amount of time in the minutes before then you can get seated.
Do they like text you?
Yeah,
Right.
they'll text or
Okay.
call you. And actually, the number that it calls you is from Louisiana. Don't ask me why. It's just
There's a plucker
area-
Pluckers in Louisiana.
the area
Yeah.
code's
so-
from Louisiana.
so,
It's probably because it originated from Louisiana, because most good food comes from Louisiana. So
Maybe. So I back into a spot, and it's actually kind of right in front of the restaurant. So I've got really good parking, and I'm waiting for them to show up because I get there a little bit earlier. I get there like a minute or two before they do. So I'm waiting
Wow.
outside. And I
overachiever.
get parked. I know, right? So I'm parked, and this oversized Silverado is like a 2500, I believe. It's lifted, parks next to me, and I'm thinking, okay, he's really close to my car, but he knows that because he's got a nice truck. So he's going to have the person in the passenger side get out of the car and probably go pick up, because they also do. They don't do delivery, but you can actually pick up food to go. So I assume that was what the case was. And I'm kind of waiting and I'm waiting because I'm about to get out of my car. But when I see him back up, I stay in my car because I'm thinking, okay, if something happens, I'm here, I can witness it, right? Well, as I'm getting out of my car, his mirrors fold in. So at this point, I know they're both getting out. And I'm looking at him like this. And I'm like, he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it because he's got probably about this much space between my car and his. There's no way he's gonna do it.
Some people.
He gets out,
God.
and I can hear it. I can hear that, and I get out of a car immediately, and I'm like, dude, you just hit my car. You know, because I wanted to, because I assumed that that might happen, but I was like, there's no way. You know, this guy's got a nice truck, and he knows there's not enough space, but I want to be here just in case something happens. So that's why I waited. He's like, no, man, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. Nothing happened. I said, I heard it. I heard you hit my car. He's like, no, man, no, I didn't do that. You know what you're talking about. So I go over there, and he pulls his phone out, and shows the light. And we're looking, and I can't see anything. So I'm thinking, okay, if it's there, it's minor, but I'm not going to chance it. And obviously, this guy is not apologetic about it. He doesn't care.
Punched him.
So
right in
he
the
gets
face.
out, and as he's walking towards the restaurant, like the front door, I get back in my car and I move my car. Because if this guy hit my car getting out of his truck, he's going to hit my car again getting back into his truck.
Yeah, because he's gonna have that extra fat from the food, and it's
No.
gonna be even harder for him to squeeze into the.
I don't think that's it at all.
I'm following your logic. Continue.
Thankfully, there was a parking spot not too far away. That's why I pulled over and parked and got out of my car and then inspected it. Thankfully, nothing actually happened. He didn't hit it hard enough for it to cause any damage. But still, I mean, you know, if you're gonna hit someone's car and they say, "Hey, I think you hit my car," own up to it and apologize. You know, that's what I would have done.
Nah, because then they're gonna be like, I want an insurance claim, and I'm not about to do that. So prove it in a court of law that I hit your car. If there's no mark, I didn't hit your car. Sorry, bud. I'm not giving you nothing.
Well, I mean, I think it'd be probably easy to prove if I've got a red car, he has a white car, and I now have white paint on mine, and he has red paint on his. In the
I
exact
don't think
area
you just like
where the door would have
swap paint. I don't think
no,
that's
where
how
the
it
door would
works.
have opened. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but I don't
no,
think you just
and-
like swap paint. Like he might put
and
some on yours or
secondly,
vice versa. But I don't think it's just like
Did you have a witness besides? Because he's gonna have his wife as a witness saying that he didn't.
Well, she was in the passenger
You're
seat. She
screwed,
would
dude.
not have known.
she's biased.
What you should have done is you should have turned your phone on and started filming.
What you
And then
should
you
have
would have
done
proof.
is before he had a chance to open his door, you opened yours and slammed into his truck. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
you
Yeah, I
take
do it
the
first.
initiative.
Yeah, you be the alpha male,
I'm
the
the alpha.
aggressor, and say, "Nah, man, you got close to my car. I'm gonna smack your car."
So, yeah,
I don't know. I have actually hit people's cars, lightly with my door before, and I've never actually like, done it to where it's like hard enough to like leave a mark. But I don't like if they're not. I've never hit somebody that was literally in the car or next to their car or anything. So
I've been the recipient.
if
of
I
it.
screwed it up though, I would try and find out who it was. Like if it was really bad and I like dented it in or something, I feel like that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, back when I drove an Eclipse, I'd come out of work one day and the passenger door, it was just, it looked as if someone had taken their door and opened it and was unable to push it far enough for them to get out, so they proceeded to just force the door open, causing it to scrape across half of my passenger door. Because when I came out, I mean, there were like 4 or 5, it almost looked like a velociraptor had taken his claws and just ran him down the side of my car. Because it was bad. But
And see,
I don't know.
that's why I park so far away from people.
That's the
Like,
thing is
I will
parked on the
literally walk like a half a mile if I have to.
Pat, when
to
I
get,
worked
like,
there, I parked on the side of the building. We didn't get a whole lot of people that parked over there. So I didn't park in the main parking lot. I parked on like the side parking lot that didn't have as much
I
traffic.
do that at my work too. And
I
so
am
far,
so
good.
afraid of door dings that I don't even drive to work. I Uber everywhere. So I have a car, but it just stays in the driveway.
Honestly, you know, now that I have this truck, it's like I just don't care. You know, I don't really wash it. If somebody door dinged it, I'd just be like, whatever, bud.
I wish I had that kind of mentality.
I would say let's
listen.
spend 40 grand on a truck so I
You know
can
what I'm
not
saying?
care about it.
Look,
Okay.
Look, Well, because I already
Go
know.
go get a $5,000 ship box
No.
if that's your mentality.
No, listen. First off, it's the exterior. Second off, it's a truck. It's supposed to be rough and rugged. Third off, anything that you get on it, as long as everything function-wise is still working. So, like, a scrape means nothing to me. Like, it's just a scrape. Whatever. Who cares? Now, if they
So
wrote
essentially,
like,
what you're doing is you are
you
telling
know,
people they have an open invitation to come
if they
to
keyed
your
my car, I would be angry.
I'm glad you
Yeah,
Why,
but I'm
that's just a
saying like
scrape.
just a
It's
little.
just
Not.
it's a scrape.
I would still be angry because you're purposely doing it. But like, if you accidentally like bump it or something, like
Well,
I just
I
don't
accidentally
care.
dragged my keys across your car door.
You know.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree. We'll walk away from this conversation knowing I'm right, you're wrong, and move on.
And lastly, the most important one, right, is because I'm a truck driver, right? I'm alpha, and it counts as a scar. And I'm proud of every scar I own on my body, and I'm proud of every scar my truck has on its body. Because we're, badasses, and there's a story with every scar. I'm like, yeah, this one on my forearm, you see right here? I fell off when I was trying to go to swim practice.
He was
and
pushed
it
off.
caught and it caught the bolt, and
He
it
was
went
pushed.
all the way across my arm. And then, being the tough man that I was, I went to swim practice and swim in chlorine water with my arm. Yeah, listen. I don't know why I did that.
But
That's
It
why I
doesn't
don't
really
go
make any
public pools.
sense, and I feel like that's probably why it scarred up so bad, because it's not really good to do that. I would not recommend it, and it hurt. But I got my swim practice in. Nowadays, I feel like they would have freaked out and been like, "You're not allowed to swim." But back then, we were under different rules. Like, people weren't as freaking.
It was a different
crazy.
president.
Yeah, it was a long time before the world started to end as we know it.
Speaking of world
I
ending,
have one on my shoulder, right? It makes a little like eye.
Yeah, we can't see
And
that.
one time I was playing
Please keep your shirt on, Patrick.
I was playing this game where it's like at nighttime, and it's like night capture the flag. And if it was dope. And a rose bush, I ran by a rose bush and it caught me and like jump skipped across my arm. Scar there. I have one on my knee.
You scar way too easily. If a rose bush gave you a fucking scar.
Hey,
you know how many times I've been tagged by rose bushes? And the amount of I barely have a scar where they cut my hand open.
Well, I don't play tag.
Do you have a story to tell from your scars? Yes. So exactly. It's a great, like, any dude is a great conversation starter. You can always just talk about how you got this. Like, my knee, I have this big long cut in it.
He's still going.
I jumped over a conveyor belt at UPS and broke safety rules by doing that. But like, I wasn't about to make them stop the belt, in packages, because they get mad. And I rammed into a conveyor belt on the other side that goes into the truck and completely split my knee open.
Yeah, I got a couple scars from when I had surgery. Is that a good enough story?
Yeah.
For you,
What was your surgery for?
Yeah, I had my gallbladder taken out.
Oh, crap. Yeah, that's rough. Well, was the experience good, bad? Would you do it again?
I can't do it again. You only have one. You only have one gallbladder.
I have scars right here from when I got in my motorcycle accident, and it like scraped my skin off, so now it's like whiter than the rest of my skin. It's just dope stuff like that. I have some on my back of my head where my sister threw a brick at me because she's evil, and split my head open. I had to have staples in my skull. So, I mean, that's just a couple of them. I could tell you guys more if you were interested, but I can tell by your faces that you're honestly intimidated, first off. Second off, you're trying to play like that beta mentality where you're just like letting me do my thing. So it's yours, Flora, now.
So this one time I broke my nail. It was absolutely horrendous. And then another time I broke this nail. Yeah, those are my battle stories.
Y'all heard what's going on with OnlyFans?
Yes, if you own
crushed.
Twitter stock, sell.
I'm crushed.
Says it is now banning sexual content after pressure from banks.
I'm crushed.
Says
From banks.
OnlyFans is banning the one thing most users go to its site for. pornography. It says the UK-based content subscription service said Thursday it will no longer allow sexually explicit content as of October 1st. They said the decision was taken to comply with requests from its banking and payment providers. In order to ensure the long-term sustainability of the platform and to continue to host an inclusive community of creators and fans, we must evolve our content guidelines, they said in a statement. So,
Yeah, I
That's
deleted
kinda-
Pat Plays. I deleted it. It's done. Okay.
they said
I-
more than 300 of their content creators reportedly earn at least $1 million annually, while 16,000 of their creators make at least $50,000 a year.
Yeah, now it's over. Like the good old days are over, you know?
They said that many investors are actually steering clear due to concerns over its adult content. Some venture funds are prohibited from investing in sexual content sites due to agreements with their institutional backers.
So I'm honestly like I don't know, and I'm just kind of like, you know, my brain was running. I kind of feel like, you know, because people have been trying to get OnlyFans, you know, taken down for a while because, you know, it's online pornography almost.
That's
Depending on
exactly what it is.
But it's like, but it's also paying for it, so it's borderline like prostitution, and so like people, I said borderline, because it is exactly what's illegal, but because the internet's between the two people, it's being allowed, kind of thing,
It's that's not illegal.
huh?
Well, actually, right here it
Prostitution
says
is illegal.
OnlyFans insists it is
But
more
It's
than
like,
just
no,
a-
I mean, so I'm not-
prostitution, it's porn.
Seth, right here it says
What's the
OnlyFans.
difference between that and cam girls? That's not illegal.
OnlyFans insists
stuff.
it is more than just a platform for sex workers. Celebrities like Cardi B and Bella Thorne have joined the platform in the past year, for example.
Exactly.
It's also used by chefs, fitness enthusiasts, and musicians. But porn is by far the most popular category on the site. I didn't know they did anything other
Shocker.
than that.
Oh no, I know that they do other stuff, but
yeah.
and
Well, Pat
so,
plays.
but
There we go.
But like I said, they people have been going after them since they launched. For those reasons, I have no care in the world either way. But like people have definitely been going after them, but not able to. And so I'm wondering if they now are going, because they said the banks are putting pressure because of the payment stuff. I wonder if they're going after the banks for being like the middleman. It's kind of curious. I might have to dive into that later.
Yeah, that site's.
I
gonna
just
fall apart.
don't get it, because to me I'm like,
It's the
I'm
purpose
pretty-
of this site. It'd be like saying, "Hey, Pornhub is no longer allowed to show explicit sexual content." It's like that's the entire reason the site exists.
yeah, that's like the primary reason it's used. So like, but I mean, I guess it's like backers. I could see that backers don't want to be like part of that, but I don't know. I thought we were like past that in our society where it's like whatever. That's my thing is it's like, first off, they don't really give anything that is for free. So you have to pay for it. So it's not like you can just jump on there as a child and be like, "Oh, let's look at whatever that Bella Delphine and her bathtub scenes or whatever." You know, like you have to pay for it. So you're going to have to steal mommy or daddy's
Well,
credit
you don't have
card
to pay for everything.
or
There
debit
are other
card
means to acquire content.
or find a way, you know, which I don't think is like. And so it's like the people that are paying for it, it's like whatever. If they're paying for it, they're paying for it. It's not even good content. That's my thing too. It's like, why would you go in there and pay $50 to get a few pictures or a video?
That,
It
but
just
it's like
doesn't make any
you have,
sense to me.
you have to pay to have the privilege of paying to look at videos or photos.
Yeah, it's literally OnlyFans is just like another version of cam girls to me, or cam guys or whatever.
But
you know, it's like,
but it's easier too. So I mean, you run the risk of running into somebody you know that maybe you never wanted to see like that. Like,
but I don't get what you mean by it being easier, because if you ever done
Seth, you saw somebody that you knew on there. Oh yeah.
no,
Really?
I've actually never been on this site.
Did,
but
I was like,
but
damn.
I did have
What kind of
somebody.
content was he providing? Was it Patrick?
The best kind. But no, I mean, I did have somebody who, like, you know, I never would have expected at all, and then they showed me their like they didn't like go into their thing, but they had a bunch of followers on OnlyFans and stuff or whatever. I'm just like, never would have expected you to have one, but all right, you do you.
Yeah, I had a couple of coworkers of mine.
Pay your
that
taxes
were
on it.
Yeah, I know a guy that was on OnlyFans, and he did all sorts of crazy stuff, and I was like, "You're crazy, man."
Probably didn't get paid as much as the girls though.
He would take pictures of his feet, all sorts of stuff, and people would pay him for it.
That's
Yeah,
gross.
it's just weird. Yeah, but
But also,
mean,
to
like,
me,
okay,
that's
dude.
ingenious on his part. And it's the same thing if
Hey,
you're a girl and you sell photos of your feet or other articles of clothing, and you've got people that pay for that. That's
I mean,
no
you
fault on the
know,
person selling it because there's a profit to be made. Fault on the people buying that
and it's
because
like
it's
it's your
weird.
foot. I mean, I guess honestly, if I had been given the shot, I probably would have taken a picture of my foot and sent it to somebody. Like, who cares?
Isn't it Twitch? Doesn't
Is that
Twitch?
weird? Like, what? Somebody like
I mean,
20 years later is
I
gonna be
would
like,
let people
look,
pay for my
it's
feet. I don't
Patrick's
care.
foot. Like, oh my god,
Well,
like my
if I'm not
dad's foot.
mistaken,
I would
you can
send
actually
daily
get,
foot pictures if I needed to. I don't care.
you can get banned on Twitch for showing your feet, can't you?
Yeah, like because it is a fetish or whatever.
I'm serious.
So.
I'm
I
serious.
mean,
I
I've
know
never
posts
looked
where there
into it.
was-
I should probably,
there was
because
some
I show my
policy that said
feet
you're
all
not
the
allowed
Yeah,
to-
time.
nah. Don't
You're not
look
allowed to show your
into
feet
it.
on Twitch.
It's
Well, my feet stay below my desk, so unless I'm watching a movie, sometimes I'll like wrap them up over here, but you still can't see them.
I mean, hey, anybody in the comments section, you let me know. I will send you a foot pic. I got you, fam. My
Please
feet
don't.
are actually pretty good looking. I will shave them if you need to. Pedicure them, paint my toenails, whatever.
It's pedicure for the feet and manicure for the fingernails, right? They're two different
Yeah,
Yes.
terms used.
You are right.
I have never had either.
Me neither. But I'll
Why
do
not?
it. For
I kind of
money.
want to though. I kind of want to. No lie.
Oh God.
I've
Yeah.
never-
No. But
I mean, I've had like an ex, like she did it around my hand, like here, but I've never had a professional one. I hear they're nice.
Yeah, I want to let my nails grow like really long, right? And then go and get them professionally touched. Yeah, with other people's hands.
I mean, I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
some
happy ending
dudes
at the
that
end.
would go and get them done. They said that feels good and they like it, but it's like I don't know, not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I've never.
How would you
even,
know? You've never had
yeah.
one. How would you know?
I mean,
How
I'm
would
sure
you
the
know?
pedicure, I'm sure it feels good. I'm sure, like,
And do it.
but
Give it a
it's
try.
also like, you know, I don't want somebody touching my feet. It's weird. It's one thing to take a picture because I'm the one touching my foot. It's another thing when another human being is like all up on
all
my feet.
but guarantee that this person who's touching your
Nah.
feet is not enjoying themselves.
I honestly, I don't. It really doesn't like gross me out. Some people are grossed out by feet, but I've given people foot massages before.
Feet are a very
It's like
natural
it's
part
not
of
a
the
big
body.
deal. Yeah.
There's nothing special or
Now,
unspecial
if you
about
see
them.
some that have like super gross toenails or something, like I can kind of
Well, I mean,
understand it. Or
they're also a natural part of your body, like I just said. So take care of them. Like I mean, you cut your fingernails, you wash your face, you don't
Wash your butt.
whoa,
That's weird.
I don't do
but
that.
anyways,
Wait, you do not, Patrick.
Yeah, you got to keep it stanky at all points in your life. No, okay, TMI. But no, I mean, I take showers. I do wash
Scrub
myself.
everywhere.
I do scrub myself.
especially like right here in your ear.
Dude, or behind your ears. The other day, the first time in like forever, I actually had like some weird little like I guess I got some dirt back there and I am really good about scrubbing, but like yeah, and it was uncomfortable. It took like 2 weeks to heal. Like it just wouldn't.
What?
It was like almost like a sore.
Did it scar? Do you have another story?
Yeah, it did, but nobody can really see it, so I don't really tell them about it.
That's
But
gross. You may want to have that.
I
checked.
have some scars in my mouth. Braces. 4.5 years. One time I was playing dodgeball. This was back in high school.
I'm so sorry.
Got pegged
This is my
directly
fault.
in the face with my braces on, and it literally pushed my inner lip onto the braces, and I had to go in and do like surgery to get it tangled with my lip.
You
Yeah, there
went
should be like a
to the
content warning,
doctor
like
for a
and,
lip.
and not safe for work there.
No, I didn't go to the doctor. Hell
You
no.
just said you had
man.
surgery.
I did
No, it
surgery.
was-
You did not
by
do
myself
surgery. You are not a
in the
doctor.
bathroom. I had to untangle the skin and pull it out of there and get my lips to be untouched. And then I went back out and played dodgeball.
Like a man, like an alpha.
Exactly.
I
You're
would
catching
have
on.
stayed
Which is
there
why
and
he
kept
drives the
playing.
truck he does.
I would have stayed
You
there and kept
guys are-
playing. I finished a
guys are-
basketball game with a 2nd-degree sprained ankle.
I broke a man's nose.
I don't play basketball.
Broke my own nose. No, I didn't. It's a very straight nose.
And that's
I-
why
I'm
they
pretty
called me
sure.
Bose.
I actually am pretty sure that my nose was at one point broken.
I've broken a lot of things, but my nose is one thing that has not.
Can
At
y'all
least
see
yet.
that ridge?
Yes.
Yeah, it does look like you indeed broke your nose.
Mhm.
Sucks, man. You could have been a nose model, but now
I could have.
it's over.
I need to
It's
get a
not-
nose job.
It's not happening. You got to get your act together, man. I'm trying to think of any of the other major scars I have. Since
No,
we're back
let's
on that
let's
topic.
talk about anything else.
Please.
So, how was your day, Will? Did you have a good day today?
I did.
That's all the content
Yeah.
you have is asking somebody about their day.
The
Hey,
the
sometimes it's
subject
nice,
has
actually.
changed, so it
Yeah,
worked.
my
anything to get
God.
away.
And I needed Will to know that I care about him and his day.
Thank
What
you.
better time than
appreciate
on a
that.
platform right now?
Hey guys, I know that you probably haven't heard anything about this, but I mean, COVID, it's been getting everybody again.
Actually, Patrick and I did make a pact the other day. We both got iPhones, so
You did not. You got one too?
Yeah.
you didn't realize in the text message that
all
No,
all
I
my
did see
group
that, but I'm
chats
like,
are
when did-
turning blue. It's
the
amazing.
When?
was blue.
When did you do it?
I got that and that.
Hell yeah.
My God.
Like it's
Hey,
just so great. I don't think I have a
Will.
single group chat now that has green in it.
I'm
and
not
it is
gonna
just
lie.
amazing.
We can have this conversation, but it's only been a week, or no, it hasn't even been a week yet.
I got mine
So-
last Monday, so a week actually from today.
But I'm not gonna lie. It's actually nice.
It's not bad. What'd you get?
I wanted to hate on him, I've been hating on him for a long time, but it's actually nice. It's weird.
This is going on the
There's just
interwebs
little
forever.
things that are just nice, like I feel like the user interface is just so smooth. Like I'm starting to figure out things like with YouTube.
Why are you
and
holding
like,
that in your hand right now?
Oh, my knife?
Yes. What?
It's
prompted
just
you?
a
I
butterfly
feel
knife, and I
I
mess
feel
with it.
a little threatened right now.
Yeah, we can't show the
Yeah.
content. It's.
I'm
it's
sorry.
offensive.
I'll keep it below the screen from now on. I usually just like, okay, I'm not gonna go
He
there.
plays with it.
Anyways, wow, you completely derailed what I was gonna say.
you were talking about how you enjoyed your new
The
phone.
user
Oh, yeah,
interface
there's
is
this-
smooth.
It's like if you pull down the little side menu right below, like in your right corner, it'll like give you your like little settings, and like it has a calculator button there, flashlight. It shows you
It's really hard
Um,
to point at things through my camera.
it shows you music that's playing, and then above that, if you have headphones in that are Bluetooth, it'll give you the battery level of the headphones, like right next to your battery bar. I mean, it's just like little things like that. You're just like, okay.
Yeah, well, actually, on iOS, it used to be
Nice.
if you pulled from the bottom of the screen up, it would have your what they call the control center. Now it's at the top right.
Yeah, and then bottom is how you like exit out of your apps and stuff by
'Cause there's no home button.
pulling and dragging.
Um,
It's nice.
so-
I don't know.
Wait until one day I teach you how to screen record. It's gonna blow your fucking mind.
Oh, I've already done it. That's pretty cool. I also like that you can play games now through the iMessage. So you can
Yeah,
play
no, that's
pool.
dope.
Yeah, that's
I'm
that's
so
pretty
good.
sick.
I've been wrecking all my friends. They won't even play me anymore.
Okay.
Well, wait, what on pool or
that-
what?
I am
afraid.
a legitimate pro at Game Pigeon games. So
Hmm.
I have been
Sure.
signed.
Sure, Bunny.
So
Well,
Um,
actually, I was playing pool with my my girlfriend through iMessage, and it reminded me. She hadn't, but maybe y'all have. Back in the day, did y'all ever play Yahoo Messenger pool?
I
Yeah.
did.
That's what it reminds me of.
It's pretty similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that once you select a pocket, you can't choose another pocket when you're trying to sync the 8-ball. Minor qualm, but
Why are you selecting a pocket if that's not what you want to go for?
right. What I'm saying is, it won't let you move the cue until you select a pocket. Most
Okay.
games will let you select a pocket and then unselect it and select another pocket if you think
Change your
that you
mind.
can. Yeah, exactly. But it's a minor thing, but it's cool. I like it. What phone did you get, Pat?
Oh, I think it was an iPhone 12 Pro.
I would have gotten the 14, but
14. That doesn't come out until next year. No,
Yeah,
Only-
so
only if you don't
literally-
know the right people.
Dude, literally somebody was like, "You should have waited a month so you could get the iPhone 13," and I'm like, "Why? Because it's the same exact
Yeah,
phone."
I went
I'm
from
not stupid enough to do that.
I went
I'm
from the
sorry.
8 to the 11, and I don't think there's really anything different about it. Like, it feels like the
well,
exact same
actually,
phone.
genuine question though. Did you get any sort of promotion for the phone?
What do you mean?
You paid the
At
full
work,
price?
did they say
Oh,
you have
no.
an iPhone now, you get paid more?
Oh yeah.
So there was a promotion where I could trade in my phone, and it would give me $830 of
At
credit.
T-Mobile, right?
Yeah, and
I
so
did the
I
same exact
traded my
thing.
phone in
I did
and
the
paid
same exact thing.
$0,
Yep. I did the same thing.
switched it over, baby, and now
Wait, how
I'm
much
on
credit?
there.
830.
$830 for my phone.
Phone get an iPhone 12.
Hey,
Yeah.
it was nice.
Yeah, but no, that's why I asked. Because if you had paid full price for it, I would have said, yeah, you're an idiot for not waiting a month, because it would cost the same amount of money in a month from now to get the brand new one. But with the promotion, it's a no-brainer, because
Yeah,
they're
and
not
I
gonna have.
think
They
the
won't have. They
I
will
think the
not have that
promo
promotion.
ends. Yeah.
Yeah, they will not have that promotion for the new iPhone. That's why I did it.
I
So they're
just
trying to
like
get rid of the 12s.
Hey, I don't think the 13 is going to be that much better, especially with the
I
chip
mean,
shortage
like
that
I
they
said, they
have.
really aren't changing a whole lot right now. So,
Yeah. And
I-
the Galaxy Fold 3 that recently came out, Samsung has implemented the I guess it's what you would call the front-facing camera, but it's the one that's on the screen. They've actually implemented it into the screen so you don't see it, which I think is cool. But it's only 4 megapixels. And I think it's something that Apple will eventually
Oops.
adopt in a couple years. So maybe the iPhone
I mean, it's
15 may not have the notch, but the 13 will still have that notch. That is one thing I do miss though.
What?
The cutout, the hole punch on Samsungs, it's way more pleasing to look at than the giant notch on the iPhones.
What do you mean?
Okay, you and I both had
Oh.
notes. You know the little hole punch camera on the front,
Yeah.
how small it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead, with the iPhone, you got the giant cutout for the notch, which is where the Face ID is at.
Yeah, but to me, I don't know, dude. I'm just like, it's nice. It's smooth. It
That's what she.
makes sense,
That is what she said.
Um, I like iMessaging a lot. I like that they put the important things in the settings and nothing more. Like sometimes, with Android, it's just like you have so much clutter, so much useless crap that they give you. I like that they have like the podcast thing just like right in there installed, so you can just hop in. I've been listening to some D&D podcasts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it's some cool stuff, and it actually looks like they don't have too many apps installed that you really would never use. Like most of the apps that came on the phone, genuinely, I could almost see myself using all of them except for
I
like
f-
3 maybe.
I feel like GarageBand is a weird one to install in everyone's phone.
Yeah, it
it's
also takes.
kinda
It's almost 2
strange.
gigs. It's almost 2 gigs of storage too.
Yeah, I'm like, I kind of want to uninstall that one. I was looking at it today, but I don't know.
Hey, they're just telling you that there's a music producer inside you somewhere.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I think you can actually delete all of the apps that come on the phone.
And that's another thing I hated with Android is it won't let you delete half the apps. You have to disable the app, but it won't actually let you get rid of the icon. So it's just
Well,
like
I
an extra
think-
thing cluttering. It's
Yeah, well, I
stupid.
think though for some apps like your messaging app and your phone app, I think it deletes them off of your device, but it still has some local storage.
No, that's
that
what I'm
way-
saying. Like it'll delete and take the space away, but when you're going through your like app menu, the app will still be there. It'll just be grayed out. So it's not like you can't remove. It's so annoying. It's like I don't use this. Why do you force me to keep a part of it on the phone? It's just like
I do wish that
get it out of
iOS
my
would.
space so I don't have it there.
I wish that iOS would allow you to place the icons where you want.
You
That's one
can't.
thing. No, you can't. They get top left corner. Like on Android, you can have all your apps at the bottom of the screen. On iOS, they automatically float to the top left.
What?
You can't freely place your icons where you want on iOS.
Yes, you can. You
No, you
just
can't.
hold it down.
Yeah, you can move them. But like Seth, right now, go to try moving an icon and move it to the bottom right of the screen.
Okay, let me show you all my icons. Can you guys see my home
Mhm.
security system?
Okay. Yep. See how it pops up right there.
Boop.
You can't place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh no!
So yeah. So hopefully, future iOS
That is annoying.
will
I
let
wonder why
you.
it does that.
I don't know. It's always been that way. I think iOS 14 finally added widgets that Android's had for years. But that was the nice thing that I liked with Android is because Patrick and I both had notes, so we had larger phones, so I could put all my apps that I used at the bottom of the screen. So that way, yeah, it was
Yeah.
easier to
yeah.
access them.
Yeah, I know
But
what you're talking about. But
we'll
the
get there, I
phone to
guess.
me is the right size. I do.
Yeah,
The
you like it
screen is a
about
little
that big.
bit. The screen's a little bit too small. I'm not gonna lie. I liked my bigger screen. That's about the only con.
You should have gotten the Max,
Um,
boy.
I got a blue, just like yours.
No, the Max.
Yeah, no, that's small as hell.
Nah, this is 6.7. My Note
No.
10 Plus was 6.8. Your Note
They-
9 20 Ultra I think was 6.9.
So much smaller. I mean, just massively smaller.
We know you like them smaller though.
Yeah.
I've got a nice 5-inch. Oh,
No, you can do a lot with that though.
Hmm.
It's a very utilitarian device.
Oh, wow.
It's an all.
it's
It
not
gets the
what-
job done.
It's not what I get told, but okay.
Boy, okay. Wow,
yours
this
is yours is
conversation has devolved into
yours is the blue one though. You got the blue iPhone.
yeah.
Nice.
The only two I could get was blue or black, and I was like, I always get black.
The blue
so-
looks pretty cool though.
See,
I
but,
wish-
you get black because it matches all your outfits. You get
Mm-mm.
blue, then you can't wear all your clothes.
Well, I mean, I got an OtterBox that's black, so
I got
it
blue.
really you can't see the blue anyway, so it really
I
doesn't
got
matter.
blue and the red watch
Why?
because I can.
What are you like? a
because it
Houston
matches
Texans
his
fan or
Captain
something?
America shirt.
Not at all.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
I mean, technically, if you want to get really technical, the case is a clear case
Mhm.
from Tech 21.
So that's
No,
white. That's very
not a
American.
sponsor. Not a sponsor, but this is a great case. Kind of.
How do you know? You've had it for 1 week.
I like the case.
How many
The
times
case is
have you
very
dropped
nice.
it?
Yeah,
Have you
Zero,
tested
zero,
it?
because I don't drop my phone.
Gotta test it. Can't speak about the
Yeah.
case until you know. I drop my phone all the time
Just because.
just to test it. I just randomly go, boop, dropped.
just drop
Yeah,
it
but I
on.
mean,
the-
if you
You
want to,
can tell I'm lying because I didn't just do it right then and there. I was like,
The
nope.
case is clear and it's closer to white than any other color. So I got the white case.
No,
on the
white
blue
is definitely
phone
closer
with
to
the-
white.
with the red watch. So yeah, Captain America colors. There we go. It's America because America. That's why I did it.
America.
Cool.
So,
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
So basically,
that's our phone update.
You know, we've got iPhones. We're part of the cool kids now. We can like each other's texts without having
That
to
is
say
just
anything.
that's so nice.
I
I
Patrick,
don't have to actually respond to
honestly,
you. I can just double tap, boom. You're done.
So annoying.
Patrick, I actually think you and I were the last two people, I think, in like the entire group that had Androids.
Yep.
And so now, finally, I no
that's
longer
the
get an
thing that put
individual
me over
text
the
that
edge.
says Seth liked an image. 'cause
People were
Andrew-
leaving me out of stuff because I was Android. And I
Yeah,
was like,
you literally
"Fine, whatever,
like
dude."
like people will text me and say, "Hey, like they add me to a group and be like, by the way, tell Patrick this because they didn't want him in the group." Like,
It's actually stupid though. It's like I was discriminated against for having it, and so
Green bubbles.
instead of standing up for green bubbles and saying they need a place too in society,
You
they
conform.
have a place.
Please.
Just nobody talks to them.
Yeah, they have a place, but not in the group message.
Yeah. I mean, I am literally like I'm texting someone right now who my messages are green. And I mean, I don't like it, but doing it.
yeah, and she
I'm
got
just
mad
not in
and
a group
told
chat
me that
with
I shouldn't be a traitor and switch, and I was like, who are you? First off, you loser, with your Android phone, and
Now, if I'm
second
not
off,
mistaken, though, Patrick, your note was broken at one point, wasn't it?
yeah, no, I fixed it though.
Oh, you did. Did you
Yeah,
fix it, or
because
someone fixed it
no,
for you?
because to do the
trade-in, right?
trade in, I had to get it fixed. And so what I did is I just went through the insurance that I paid for my phone this whole time, and it was $99.
Not too
So
bad.
technically, I did have to spend $99 to get the phone upgrade.
Nice.
And then I got the 128 gig because
Same.
there's no way to get
But I
memory
think
upgrades, which is a
128, I think,
con.
is
Which is a
128 is
con of the iPhone.
the
They should
lowest
have a
storage, though.
memory upgrade that you could put into it. I'm
I
pretty
mean,
angry that they
you
don't have that.
can. It goes straight to the. Most everything goes to the cloud.
Yeah.
You just
The
delete it
note
off
I
your
Yeah,
phone.
and how safe is the cloud?
The cloud
Considering they
is the
stole-
safest thing in the world.
Remember, the fappening is happening. That happened because the cloud was not safe. So I'm
I
just
forgot
saying,
about
like,
that.
But hey, if you want
yeah.
to see my pictures, I'll send them to you for free.
Oh,
Actually, no, don't.
$3.
I'll make you pay for them.
$3
hey,
per picture.
send me the good pics though, not the
Those are $5 a
the-
piece.
not the safe for work pics. Okay.
Yeah.
I want the not safe ones. All right. Well, I feel like this is a good place to wrap up.
Yeah, I was about to say this has been a fulfilling episode. Patrick's Scar Stories, I think, will be the title. So there's a hint right there.
I
Oh,
need, I need
I
one
have
more.
another scar
No, I
down
get
by
That
my
is it.
abdomen.
This has been the
I
Talking
get-
when I
Guys,
was, like,
episode
2 years old.
63. And we'll see y'all sometime soon. This has been it.
Let
later.
me tell a story. Peace.